All right, what's up everybody? Today I'm sitting in a 2022 Ford Raptor, and I'm going to be giving you a driving review in POV fashion of how it is to drive the new Raptor. So, getting started, let's pull out of the parking lot here. So we haven't actually been able to see many of these on the channel just because a lot of them aren't being put out to dealerships, and so it's kind of hard to get your hands on one. But finally I got my hands on one. Sadly, this is not the one with the 37 performance package. This one just has the regular 35-inch tires and does not have that extra ground clearance or that off-road capability. And we're not going to be taking this one off-road, just an on-road driving experience. And I'll first go over some of the modes and everything you can do. The first thing I'm going to do is put the exhaust from normal over into Baja mode. That way it is as loud as possible. Sport is pretty loud too, but Baja is really going to be where you want to be. Like I said, there are also other modes. You have your steering modes, which you can go from comfort, normal, sport, or Baja. And I'm not going to put it in Baja because it doesn't need to be Baja on city surface streets. We'll put it in sport. And then as for the suspension and the damper settings, this truck has the adjustable Fox dampers that they put in the Raptor before. So right now I'm going to put it into sport. Let's see how this thing drives. It's actually pretty quick. Like I've said in the review, this uses the high output 3.5 liter twin turbo V6, makes 450 horsepower and 510 pound-feet of torque. If you haven't seen the full review of this truck, make sure you go watch that. I came out with one, it was a while back, maybe 2 or 3 months ago. I came out with a full review of this truck, and that one was in code orange. So if you're interested in watching a full review other than just driving, because I didn't get to drive this last time, but if you're interested in seeing something like that, go ahead and watch that. I'll link that in the description. But overall, the truck is still pretty quick. It's not going to be any crazy fast. It's definitely not TRX fast, but it's still quick. And you're going to be quicker than most F-150s or any cars on the road still. Now, of course, there's the Raptor R that's going to be coming out, which is supposed to use the supercharged 5.2 liter V8 out of the GT500, but who knows when that is coming out. I'm really excited for that though, because that'll really put this up against the TRX. But this one itself, the engine, the way it is, it's really not going to compete with the TRX just because it doesn't make that extra power. Everything else about the truck is really nice. The interior is really nice, just like the updated F-150s that were updated in 2021. It's a good truck to be in. I love the design of the paddle shifters on the back. This, of course, uses that 10-speed automatic transmission select shift, which is really responsive to any of the inputs that you give it. And before, the shift paddles on the Raptor were not this defined, but now they are. You also, of course, have drive modes in this. We can go over those real quick as well. Of course, you have normal, sport, tow and haul, and slippery and wet. Then you have off-road, Baja, and rock crawl. We're going to put it into sport mode, actually, not tow and haul. There you go. Yeah, the transmission is pretty responsive. I think I've seen quicker, but the downshifts are good. Oh wow. We just went through a tunnel and the exhaust echoed. This is actually a pretty good sounding V6. I'm surprised. I wish I could really get this on to like sand dunes or something like that, or take it off-road to really test this. I think overall your Bronco might be more capable off-roading and rock crawling. It's going to be smaller. Yes, this makes more power, but it being smaller, and it has all the things like the disconnectable sway bar on the Bronco and the locking differentials up front and in the back, and trail turn assist. I think the Bronco is going to just be a more capable vehicle off-road compared to the Raptor. But I think for like Baja, you're definitely, you can go with a wild track, but I think I'd rather have a Raptor if I was doing something like that rather than have a Bronco. The driving position is just as commanding as it was before. I mean, I think the F-150, it feels a little taller than other Raptors that I've been in. The car definitely feels nicer to drive. Wow, this V6 revs fast. The steering's actually good. Body roll is definitely there, though. Ooh. Yeah, the body roll's there. But the steering actually feels stable. It doesn't feel like I'm gonna flip the truck. Definitely not like... Yeah, on streets it's fine. You could have fun in this. I mean, it's a little more exciting than like a track car, not because of the speed, but because you're trying to balance not flipping the truck over, which is always fun. Yeah, it's not like too terribly fast, but it's quick enough to be exciting. And because you're fighting body roll, because this thing is way heavier and its center of gravity is so high, you're fighting that body roll, which is exciting. Shelby actually has the version of their Raptor, which is I've not been in yet. I really want to be in it, and I'm curious to see the upgrades they've made to it because I haven't gotten to review one yet. I've reviewed I think the first video this channel ever uploaded was a Baja Raptor of the last generation Raptor, and I really liked that truck. I'm really interested to see what this would be like, but Shelby's version of it, so. I have the traction control light coming on. How is it possible? If it's losing traction, it handles itself very well, but I don't feel like I'm losing traction. It is quick. Wow. I'm surprised. One more thing I want to point out is actually the My Mode setting for the Raptor. So you might recognize My Mode from being something out of the Mustangs, and that is basically Ford's individual mode, but they now have it in the Raptor, which is representative of this R right here, which stands for Raptor, of course. And you can actually change the settings and the individual settings you want, which is cool, and I like that. If you want to have sport exhaust but have comfort suspension and comfort steering, you can have that. That's what a lot of people do for the Mustangs, is they put everything in comfort except for the exhaust, and you could do that in your Raptor as well, which is nice. So anyways, guys, that's gonna wrap up the video. If you like the video, make sure you hit that like button down below, and if you want to see more from us, I have plenty of reviews out there and other content you can watch, and especially the full review on this truck. So if you want to see that, make sure you go to the channel and watch that, and hit the post notification bell. That way you know when we upload. I'll see you all in the next video.